Hi, my name is Dedan Irongo Mwangi, and I'm working on a project on how we can be able to automate payment processes, whereby you can be able to talk to a robot, and that robot can be able to understand the form of payments that you want to make and be able to interpret the messages that you're sending to it, so that it can be able to interpret that messages as a payment. The few mobile payment that we have in our country, we have Airtel Money, we have M-Pesa, which actually works with a setting whereby you have to be very clear on what you want to do. You also be very keen. The idea that I have can be able to assist in different areas. It can be able to assist in fintech, whereby you have a group of people who don't understand mobile payment that we have, which works with a setting, people who want to send money in a quicker way, because an advancement of M-Pesa is a M-Pesa clone that uses AI. And in addition to that, it can be able to work in microbanking, whereby you find a group of people who want to interact with their payment much more faster, and they want to have a microbanking form of a way. In this case, we have integrated a bot that can be able to be joined into two forms. It can be able to integrate with Telegram bots, whereby you can be able to chat with a bot somewhere that will understand the form of text that you're sending to it and be able to interpret what you want to achieve. And it can also be integrated with USSD, whereby the same concept we have in Telegram can be able to be applied to USSD, and you can be able to send notifications, send your messages, and the system will be able to understand what you want to achieve. In this case here, we have a robot that can be able to chat to it and tell it simple message like hi, and then the robot itself is able to interpret the message that I have sent to it and give a response. Like in this case, when I said hi, it was able to respond to me and say, hello, welcome to M-Pesa Payment Automation Bots. And it was able to give a short explanation of what it can be able to achieve. At the last sentence, we have whereby it's giving more ideas on how you can get assistance when using this bot. If I type help, the bot is able to go to the server, understand the message that I have typed is help, and be able to respond with instruction on what it can be able to achieve. In this case, you can be able to join these robots, whereby you need just to type sign in, enroll, register, join, whichever word that you're able to type to it, to be able to understand. You can top up your money there. Once you join, you can be able to top up your money. You can be able to send money by typing send 50 bob to that certain number, and it will be able to send. You can be able to send even to a till, whereby you can be able to type pay 50 bob to a particular till, and it will be able to do that. You can pay to Paybill number. You can pay to the banks, though in this case, when you're sending it to the bank, you need the short form of the SWIFT code to be able to do that. You can be able to withdraw your money. You can be able to save a form of a future payment that you want to make. Example, you can say, I want to pay 50 bob to a particular till next week, and it will be able to save that into expenses. You can be able to enable faking. In case where you find you're using a lot of money and this is a live transaction and you want to fake, kind of have a sandbox, you can be able to enable fake. And you enable fake, you enable it by typing to the system, enable fake. To disable fake, you just tell the system disable fake. Remember, we are using an AI form of it, so any form of natural language that you apply to it that implies disable, like deactivate, shut down, disable fake, deactivate fake, stop fake, it can be able to understand that. Another thing, you can be able to enable saving. When you run any transaction, a particular amount is sent to your saving. You can be able to enable donation. Donation works in the same way, the way our saving do work, whereby you can be able to enable saving, donation in the same category. You can be able to see the saving withdraw history. You can be able to withdraw. Now you can be able to transfer the saving to your running account, see the transaction history, the payment history that you have been running within your account. You can be able to add to a watch. And this case is whereby you realize that you have an addiction to particular payment. You can be able to instruct it that in this particular payment, I want you to watch it so that I don't run those payments more than 3 times in a day or more than 10 times in a particular week. And this is not that it will limit or disallow you from sending that particular money. It will be notifying you when you want to make such a payment and actually discourage you from making such a particular payment. You're about to send this money to a type of payment that you have flagged as watched. If you were to work with the current setup of USSD, whereby the system needs to be strict in the type of input that are being provided, we cannot capture all the new features that are added into this particular bot. We cannot be able to kind of fit all that is in an USSD, and that's why I feel is an optimal time we try to add a bot within the environment of fintechs that uses USSD, and within the M-Pesa itself and all other mobile money that's within the fintech of mobile monies, and also within the company operations. How can the whole idea improve in company operation? So those are the features that the system do provide. And we had an idea whereby, for example, you have, we can assume we have a map of Kenya here. If you're a company and you want to send a group maybe to Mombasa here, another one to Eldoret, and another one to Meru, and each group need a cash handout to be able to run the marketing campaign and come back, you realize you run a high cost of giving them credit handout and resources of the company, because you need to reserve that money to that particular endeavor only. So when you run using the bot that you have here, you can create account within the same bots, and each employee have their own account, and you end up having a single reserve, whereby the money that is used within the company is coming from one particular account. It's not that you have to subdivide to the head of management or particular head of marketing in particular region to run a particular campaign. In this case, you'll be able to have a single handle central location, and everyone is able to use the money based on their budget that they are equated to. So in addition to that, the same software can be used to run a clone. You can be able to run a replica of M-Pesa clone, and this can be run using any form of payment that you have, because the moment you initiate add fund, customer will never know that they're adding funds to different company than you have. So this can enable fintech to establish different form of ideas that using bots, using artificial intelligence, and they can be able to have expanded exposure to the group that are neither reached or they find USSD difficult to work with. In addition to having help, we have advanced help. In this advanced help, you can be able to see that whatever you have discussed in simple help is offered in detail when you access advanced help.